Torp here. Robert Reese for Hot Facts. Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Check this out. I just caught his last video information link. This is funny because he's talking about Roy, and then he brought up Dashing Trader. This Dashing Trader's gotten on my last nerve too many times, but I never say nothing about him. I'll tell you why. Because honestly, what would be the point on me trying to straighten out Dashing Trader when his only thing is to manipulate his audience and to manipulate his followers? That's all he does is lie. He's the only guy on YouTube so far that I've seen that's been deactivated 15 times or something on the platform, and yet he's on the large order program still. Come on, man. If somebody else had a phone or an account that he could jack up that good, do you realize he's actually breaking laws doing that? It's called fraud. I've covered this last year. It's fraud. You can't do that. He'll get his. He'll get his from the system. He will. I ain't worried about that. It's just going to be a matter of time, because right now, the only way he's getting fed is when he lies to people and makes them watch his videos. When they watch his videos, he gets that pay-per-click shit. Lost respect for that homie a long time ago. But you were talking about this thing with Roy talking about getting fired and deactivation or the same thing. The same? How are they the same thing, Roy? Roy, how? You mean because you ain't got no income coming from that place? That is not the same thing. Let me explain something to you. If you get deactivated, most people don't even know you were doing it. There's no record of it. It doesn't go anywhere. It's not like you can use DoorDash as a recommendation to get a job. Any gig worker knows that. Most of the time, it's hard to get any kind of loan, let alone anything else, if you're a gig worker. Now, you can, but it's difficult, and you got to do it for a while, and you got to have a positive income in your bank account and all that good shit. You got to really find somebody that's more flexible than your traditional lender. So how is it the same, Roy? Because they like to say, let's just say, for example, somebody was working at Domino's as a W-2, and they got 3 or 4 years in the place. Now, not only do they have a resume, they've been paying taxes, but man, they could get a loan that they shouldn't even get just because it's a W-2. A gig worker can't do that. And if I was to call up Domino's and they say, you have any driving experience? Do you have any customer experience? I'd say, yeah, I've been doing DoorDash for 2 years. They'd say, so you're a newbie, you don't know what? Okay. Well, we're going to take you on as an apprentice. Even knowing that a DoorDash driver outweighs a Domino's driver by leaps and bounds, because we don't get paid unless we do something. Roy at Domino's got paid sometimes for doing nothing at all. We can't say that, can we? In the gig community, you got to go out and get it. You have to go get it. You have to make the choice on what to do. Domino's, Walmart, they tell you what to do. Now, you can say no, but then you're jeopardizing your job. I say no on DoorDash, I ain't jeopardizing crap. So how is it the same, Roy? Because at the end of the day, I guess you're going to say, well, because if you get fired or deactivated, they wash their hands from you. You can't work there no more. Is that what you meant? Because that's the only relevance that there is. I wasn't going to say that I see. That's just the only relevance that there is. And by the way, W-2s, you don't have to do your own. You don't have to do anything. The payroll is taken care of. The taxes come out for you. You file a little fucking easy tax form and you're done. We all know what you got to go through on DoorDash to do your taxes, don't we? See, this is why Roy bugs me. He's almost as bad as Dashing Trader. He's saying what he thinks people want to hear to get that money from revenue. That's not reporting the news. That's getting paid. It's kind of like Fox or CNN right now. They're not reporting the news. They're getting paid. That's all they're doing. Kind of blows my mind they got rid of Tucker Carlson. That was their cash cow, but hey, what do I know about business, man? I'm on DoorDash. Well, the only business I know is what I make happen myself. Ain't nobody doing it for me. Hey, Roy, what's that like to have somebody call in and talk to somebody else and they tell you where you're going? You go, You get paid, listen to your radio. No big deal. We don't know where we're going, and sometimes the only support that we get, we don't have a manager. We have to go straight to Dasher support and hope that we can get through that phone call in a successful manner. If not, it's going to be landing in our lap. So again, Roy, I ask you, how is it the same? I'm asking you, I'd like to hear a response on this from you, actually, because if you have one, it must be a doozy that I've never heard of. If all you got is it's the same, and you're going to bitch about Robert Reese and all this other I'm like, you see, you guys, that circle that you got going, that circle jerk that you got going, it's working for you. But remember, your audience isn't climbing. It's just steady. You're not getting new subscribers. Change your game up a little bit. Maybe explain why you say getting fired and deactivated are the same thing. You can be deactivated for absolutely no reason whatsoever. You can be fired for absolutely no reason whatsoever. But at least when you get fired, you might get some unemployment. It's going into the savings time if you get deactivated. Oh yeah, you can jump ship and hit another app. Once again, no, there's no similarities. I don't get it really. Anyway, thanks for making that video, Mr. Reese, because I didn't even know about that with Roy until just now. And now I feel like a better person knowing it. It validates everything I've said about that little hunchback for about the last few months. And I don't think he's little. I think he's probably about 7 foot tall. I believe it is possible to stack shit that high. Twerp out.